A very good morning, dear children. I hope you all are keeping healthy, fit, and fine. Please take care of yourselves. Today, we are going to start with the mind map and the questions, answers of those questions which are given at the back exercise of your book. So, let us start with the mind map. So here we have, which poem have we done? God Save the Beetle. Who is the poet? Ruskin Bond. Okay. So, which are the characters in the poem? One is the speaker. Who is the speaker? The poet himself. The beetle. So about whom the entire poem is hovering round? It's the beetle. And the goldfish, in whose pot or in his home, whose home the beetle is an unwanted intruder. Okay, so these three are the main characters of the poem: the speaker or the poet himself, the beetle, and the goldfish. Okay, now figure of speech. We come to figure of speech. I have already told you, explained you what a figure of speech is. You remember, children, that dressing up beautifully while going to a party and giving special words, using special words to decorate the poem. So I have matched these two things. So you look beautiful in the party wear. Similarly, these decorative words make the poem more beautiful. These are called the figure of speech. So what is the figure of speech that is used in this poem, God Save the Beetle? It is onomatopoeia. Okay. I also explained what is an onomatopoeia. Onomatopoeia is the process of creating a word that phonetically imitates, resembles, or suggests the sound that it describes. So, onomatopoeia is basically the imitation of the sound that it is actually describing. Clear? Like for example, buzz, pitter patter rainfalls, raindrops, okay, splash, meow. All these words are examples of onomatopoeia. Such words are themselves also called onomatopoeias. Common onomatopoeias include animal noises such as oink, meow, roar, and chirp. The birds chirp. We often see that these words, these type of onomatopoeias are being used in the poems. Okay. Now, in this poem, we find onomatopoeia when we read the word zooming and plop. So, zooming itself is an onomatopoeia which indicates or which refers to the sound of an engine or a motor vehicle. And plop is the sound when we drop something in the water and this type of sound comes out, plop. So the onomatopoeia used in this poem are zooming and plop. Next, we come to the theme of the poem. See, there is both compassion as well as humor in this poem. Where can we see the compassion of the poet? The speaker's kind act of rescuing the beetle and his prayer to God to help the beetle shows that he is full of compassion. So the act of the speaker to rescue, to save the beetle again and again. How many times did he save the beetle? Twice, isn't it? So his act of saving the beetle twice from getting drowned is an act of what? Compassion. As well as the poet is praying to God to help the beetle, to show him to give him the sense of direction so that he does not make his mistake and he does not threaten his life. This also shows that how compassionate he is. Okay, so these two things shows that he is compassionate. Humor. We can also find humor in this poem. The humor of the poem lies in the beetle's senseless act of falling into the goldfish bowl time and again, and speaker's prayer to God to bless him with some sense of direction. So again, there are two points which are humorous. One, the beetle coming again and again and senselessly, his senseless act of falling into the water. This is one. And then the speaker's prayer to God to give the beetle, to give an insect some sense of direction. Okay, so these 2 points indicate that the poem has a humorous tint in it. And at the same time, he is also compassionate about the beetle. I hope it's clear to all of you, dear children. Now we will come to the questions and answers. See children, these are the word meanings. Complaining means expressing dissatisfaction regarding something. Beetle is an insect. Sense, a faculty by which the body perceives an external stimulus. Goldfish, a kind of fish. Bowl, a round deep dish. Drowning, dying through submersion in and inhalation of water. Diving, activity of swimming. So these are the word meanings. Now children, from the word meanings till the last question of your book, you will have to do in the literature notebook. Okay, you will have to copy these word meanings in your literature notebook, and the answers of those questions which I am discussing now, those also you will have to do in your literature notebook. Okay, children, see, there are 5 words with which you will have to make sentences. These make sentences also you will have to do in your literature notebook. So which are the words? Bowl, nervous, blunder, drown and sense. With these 5 words, you will have to frame sentences in your literature notebook. Clear? Now see the question answers. See the questions from the book. Okay, let us see the first question. Page number 16, the first question. What blunder, according to the speaker, is the beetle making repeatedly? So what is the answer? The beetle keeps falling into the goldfish bowl and risks getting drowned. Okay, so it risks its life by getting drowned, and it keeps on falling into the goldfish bowl. This is the blunder that the beetle is making repeatedly. Next question. What request does the speaker make to God? The speaker requests God to give the beetle some sense of direction so that it does not make the silly mistake of diving about the room and falling into the goldfish bowl and risk being drowned. Okay, so this is the request that the speaker makes to God, that the beetle should be given some sense of direction so that it does not fall into the goldfish bowl and risks its life. Third, why did the speaker return the beetle to the garden twice? Why? The speaker returned the beetle to the garden twice because he must have thought that the garden was the home of the beetle and he would be safe there. Obviously, children, for insects, for butterflies, for grasshoppers, for birds, gardens and forests, and these are the places, parks, these are the places where there is enough flowers and greenery. These are the places for these living beings. So the speaker thought that for the beetle also, the garden would be the best and the safe place. That is why he left the beetle twice in the garden. Next, what, according to the speaker, makes the goldfish nervous? According to the speaker, every time the beetle falls into the goldfish bowl with a plop, it startles the goldfish and makes the goldfish nervous. So it becomes surprised. Okay, and it becomes nervous. Clear? It's clear till here, children? Now we shall discuss the reference to context questions. Let us look at the questions. Read these lines from the poem and answer the questions that follow. And if you don't get this beetle to look after himself, who will? So this is the point. Who will look after the beetle? Where is the beetle at this point? The beetle is in the goldfish bowl and looks very tired. So where is the beetle at present? The beetle is in the goldfish bowl and it looks very tired. Second question. Why does the speaker say that the beetle cannot look after himself? The speaker says that the beetle cannot look after himself because the beetle keeps getting himself into a dangerous situation by falling into the goldfish bowl repeatedly. This I have explained to you. It always falls into the goldfish bowl and threatens its own life. Okay. Third, what else is the speaker worried about? Besides worrying about the beetle's safety at night, when the speaker is sleeping, he is worried the beetle falling into the goldfish bowl repeatedly makes the goldfish nervous. So apart from worrying about the beetle, he is also tensed about the goldfish. He is also worrying about the goldfish. Next question. The speaker requests God to help the beetle. What does this tell us about the speaker? The speaker requests God to help the beetle. This tells us that the speaker is a kind person and is also annoyed and getting impatient with the beetle. Though he is kind, but he is also getting impatient again and again at the beetle's behavior because it is falling into the goldfish bowl and it's his time to go to bed, and if he does not save the beetle, then it might get drowned and die. Okay. So with this, we come to an end of the discussion of question and answers. See here, question number D, think and answer. You will have to answer it by yourself. Okay. Give examples from the poem to bring out the humor in it. We have already discussed this. Okay. And do you agree with the speaker that the presence of the beetle in the bowl makes the goldfish nervous? Give reasons to support your answer. So these two questions you have to write by yourself. Where? In your literature notebook. Okay, in your literature notebook you will have to write the answers of these two questions. Is it clear? So for literature part, we will be doing this much. And I will also give you a composition to write. What is the topic? My home school experience. Okay. I'll explain you what is it. I'll give you some hints, the value points, and you can add in your composition. Okay. Composition you will have to write in your practice notebook. Please write your composition in your practice notebook.